Don't get on the bad side of the judge in court. I see so many people come into the courtroom nervous, lots of questions, particularly when they make the mistake and come in unrepresented. They walk before the judge and they don't listen. They're scared, they're nervous, they've got a lot going on, and instead of doing what the judge tells them, answering some questions, signing some papers, doing whatever's necessary, they start blurting out questions, talk over the top of the judge, or don't pay attention and don't answer the questions the judge is asking. What does that mean? It means that the judge who's trying to go through multiple cases is going to get short with you. That's a good way to put it. Maybe angry with you. And then what happens is you're on the bad side of the judge. That is not a place to be in a courtroom. You know who's in charge in the courtroom? The judge. Who do the bailiffs work for? The judge. Who does the clerk work for in the courtroom? The judge. Everything revolves around what the judge says. That's the way it is. He or she is the king in the courtroom, and when you get on their bad side, you've started off in a terrible way, and your chances of recovering are not too likely. What do? You walk up. Hopefully you have an attorney with you who will be answering for you. Let the attorney handle questions. If there's something you need to answer, your attorney will tell you, will help you answer. I typically don't like my client speaking for themselves. They've hired me. I want to answer the initial questions. Now, if you're testifying, that is different. And again, regardless, you listen to what the judge says and you act accordingly. Now, when you are in the courtroom, listen to what the judge says. You respond to what they say. You may have questions, but go through whatever the judge tells you to go through, and then very politely, and you might say, this sounds rather Byzantine. Why am I going through all of these machinations? Well, that's because the courtroom is a formal place. You don't show up wearing a t-shirt and cut-off jeans and flip-flops. You show up dressed like I am now. If you're a woman, dressed in a conservative outfit, and you answer, yes, Your Honor, or yes, sir, no, Your Honor, no, sir, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, however, and you listen and you respond. That is the way it's worked in courts for hundreds of years. That's the way it will continue to work. The formality is there because there's a lot of important things, formal things that need to be done. Courts can put people in jail, can take their freedom, can take their money, can take their children, can do any number of things. So they run in a particular way. And it's very, very important that you obey the rules. Now, when you obey those rules, things will go much, much better for you. If you have a question that you need addressed, after you've dealt with the judge's questions, the way to do that is to say, Your Honor, may I ask a question? Then when he or she says, yes, you may, you then ask that question. You get an answer. After you get the answer, if you have another question, you can say, Your Honor, may I ask another question? They'll tell you yes or no. Then you ask that question. If you have a lawyer, of course, whisper to your lawyer what your issue is. Your lawyer will tell you what the answer is or will ask the judge for you. If you overtalk the judge, if you interrupt the judge, if you don't respond and aren't paying attention, the judge is going to get mad at you. And at some point, he or she can end up throwing you in jail. So don't make those silly, stupid mistakes. Pay attention, follow the judge's instructions, and then at the appropriate point, ask to be able to ask a question. And you'll be told most all the time that you can, and they will respect that. And they will honor you for acting that way. But if you don't obey those types of formal rules, and it seems a little silly, why am I not speaking for myself? I'm a grown person. Why do I have a lawyer talking for me? Because that's the way it works. And you better obey those rules or you're going to get hammered by them. Whenever you have questions, problems, concerns, I'm always here. All you have to do is pick up the phone and text or call me. God bless. I hope this helps.